everyone, Cowy, your average sim racer here. It's week 11 for the official series for the V8s, and we are at Imola. So this is a tricky track to get right. It's actually a pretty cool track for the supercar. It handles it very well, but it's fraught with danger and off tracks, and yeah. Now it's 41 degrees on track temperature, so that's pretty horrible, I must say. But we'll see what we can do. Just move that a little bit. Alright. And see if we can put a time down.
Okay, Andrew, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Now, as usual, I've done very little practice for the official this week. I've sort of been trying to learn a new track all week, Fuji, because we just had Sim Racing World round 5 in our DSL V8 Supercar series, and I think I finished 9th. Was battling well, ended up finishing 2nd in the Super 2 standings, but a few of those Super 1 guys are pretty quick, so had a chance to go long and turn it into a one-stopper, and I was having too much fun, I think, enjoying the battles and the passes, so I ended up pushing hard, not thinking about it, and it sort of ended up, it was a 1 hour 20 race, an 80-minute race, and we ended up needing to put in about an extra 16 litres of fuel or something like that to get home, and I could have probably saved that, got the extra lap, but you know, these things happen. But it was a really good race, had some great battles, so hopefully more of the same tonight, though I must say 42 degrees, man, that's harsh. Why the officials have to be so hot, I don't know. That corner always gets me, very anti-alto. I'm going to be probably fairly cautious when it comes to it tonight, I think. Alright. Oh, let's see if we can put a lap down, eh? Looks like we are car number 8. I think it's 2 splits tonight. There was about 48 guys signed up, I reckon, something around that. Oh! My wheel disconnects. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. So, let's start that again. Oh. Alright, so that's that
Exit's clear, push.
Emergency stop cable tripping. And that's a big USB disconnect. Haven't had that for a while. I've strengthened up my rig, but I still haven't done the exchange where I've got to send my wheelbase back to the UK, so I think that's probably going to be happening very soon, guys. So I want to try and get to the end of this season, but we'll have to see how we go. There might be a delay before I can get into the streaming for next season. But anyway, guys, I'll keep you posted and let you know what's going on there. Let's hope it just doesn't do that again. If that happens in the race, I'm well and truly screwed. Well, so I still have one more lap attempt to be able to try and put a lap in. So this lap here is just going to be an out lap, and I've got one more chance. We'll see how we go. I don't think time's going to be an issue, but I will have a look at it. No, we have 4 minutes. We've got 4 minutes, so we're fine. If you're out there in YouTube land, please come along and say hi. Leave me a comment there. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Should be interesting. We'll see how much these other guys have been practicing this week around here, I suppose. Alright, let's see how we go this time. We're going to have to try and make it count. We're going to be right at the back of the grid. Here's my bogey corner. Oh, disconnect. Nah, off track. Wow, this could be a short night tonight, guys, if it keeps doing this. Well, that's the end of my quali. Looks like I'm not qualifying any higher. Okay. E-stop is pressed, E-stop is released. Oh. Alright, well, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll start where we start. And I hope it doesn't happen in the race. I'm not too optimistic at the moment, guys. Because I didn't have that problem at all last night. And make sure it's not going to trip when I do that. I don't know what to say.
It's now 39 Celsius.
I don't know what to say. Equipment, you can't do much about it, I suppose. But yeah, as I said, I've got the problem is the e-stop cable, the socket in the back of the semi-cube, it's come loose. And it's tripping something when it moves, you know, so something's loose, maybe a bit of solder or something on something in there is loose. And before I strengthened the rig, it was happening a lot more. Since I've strengthened the rig, it doesn't happen as much, but every now and again it has, and it's a matter of, you know, getting that cable in the right spot again so that it doesn't trip. Unfortunately, you know, we'll see how we go. But I'm going to push on and try. This could cost me 100 iRating. But if it does, it does. But no, I had such a good race last night, and the wheel didn't play it once, so you just don't know. And Fuji, that was a pretty cool track. I enjoyed it, and it's the officials for next week, so it should be quite interesting there too, I think. So yeah. Now this race here, might just have a quick look. What's the info? It's a 25 lap race. Okay. I just gotta hope it doesn't play up on me. That's about all I can really do. Grab a quick drink.
Oh my god.
Yeah, same to you, Russ. And everyone else, of course.
Are you on stream, Cowy, or what?
Good luck, boys and girls.
Of course we are, buddy, but it could be a short one if my wheelbase plays up like it just did in qualifying.
Oh, hopefully not, mate.
I'll try and keep it clean then.
Everyone on your best behaviour.
Track temp is 38, air temp is 27 Celsius. Alright, Andrew, nice and neat, stay out of trouble. Green flag, green flag.
An okay start. So did everyone else by the looks of it. Bit of carnage back here.
Still there. Car right. Still there. Still clear right. You're on the right.
Alright, we gained a couple of positions and then we lost it, but to be honest, guys, I'm not going to fight too hard too early. Let's just settle in. Oh, there's a bit of a mare. Saw that coming. Oh no! It's tagged me. 4X. It's Thomas Harding with a bit of a bold move there. I probably actually helped Wayne, I reckon. I hit the side of the car, so hopefully it didn't hurt it, at least anyway. So far so good with my wheelbase. Touch wood. I do have some wood around here. Right there. Not that I'm superstitious or anything. This is all going to be about damage control tonight. We've got to make a few places. I think we're car number 8. And bottom split.
You got a slow car on the left.
There's an incident in. We're about to 1.
Oh, a bit of grass there. Don't want that. That was a bit silly. From him.
What are you doing, dude?
A bit of shenanigans going on. Alright, so the aim of the game at the moment is just to try and see where we can make moves where we can, but keep on a lock on incident points. So I definitely don't want off tracks or any more contact. Oh.
Go right.
Incident in.
Oh.
Anti-alter. Looks like it's Harding. Yellow flag.
Whew.
Watch out.
Thought he was going to clip me then. Okay. I struggled to really get us set up to feel great this week. As I said, I haven't done a lot of practice, but I did a bit today, and this one felt probably the best out of them. But it's still pretty warm out there, so it just makes it hot. Alright, these boys skipped away from me a little now, but I've got a bit of clear running. So that should help me for a bit. Pretty much how I've been looking to try and take that corner for a while now. I finally took it alright. There's some pretty good caliber drivers up in front of me. Looks like, you know, Tony didn't have a great quali. Bob didn't have a great quali. Dean's quick. So, you know, might be a tough going for me to get up near the top 10. We'll have to keep an eye on things. Oh. And the goal is, I think, if we can, look after tyres as much as possible as well.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 40 Celsius.
I mean, we might be forced to try and undercut anyway, but have to see how we go. But of course, we've got to start catching these guys in front first.
1 minute 47.0.
Oh, what happened to Simon?
Right, the guy ahead of us is Hunt.
He's a lap down already. You have to let me know later, buddy. Okay, so we are making ground on these guys by the looks of it.
Okay, Andrew. Fuel window opens on lap 7 and it should close on lap 80.
Thank you, Jim. I mean, obviously, we're probably going to look to try and pit as close to that middle ground as we can, about lap 12 or 13. Just keep an eye on tyres, of course. Alright, you've told me something in the chat, so I'll have a look at it in a moment, man. He should have started at the back. It didn't go well. Oh no, buddy. Bit of carnage up front. Yeah, well, mine wasn't intentional, buddy. Wheelbase playing up on me. So far, so good. I got Ty Delaney in front of me. Howdy, Ty. His dad, Blake, taking out the SRW round last night. Like Ty was racing as well. Let's see where you finished, buddy. His dad's quick. So I'm sure Ty will get there as well. He's only a young fella. He's having a good ride out Red Hot Go.
The guy in front is Delaney.
Braking a little bit early there. Oh, he's making it fairly wide.
Clear right. Clear.
Yeah, really not a place here to try and make a move.
Right, clear right.
Right on the left.
He's still there. Right
Right on
side's
the
clear.
left. Clear on the right.
Ah, good driving from Ty. Maybe his dad in his ear spotting for him. He is. That was pretty good stuff, buddy. Battling hard. Nothing wrong with that at all. So we can get a run on him here. Is Dad going to get him to defend inside? Find out. No.
50.59. Stay on the left.
Right side's clear.
Clear on the right.
Nicely done.
Great stuff, Ty. A little bit slippery there. Alright, so we're up into 13th. I'd say I'm probably going to have to finish top 10 to retain a positive I rating.
The gap to Delaney behind is increasing. It's now 3 seconds.
Oh, oh, she didn't like the jump there. Oh no. Well, that tested the wheel then. If it was going to trip, it probably would have tripped at that moment. Oh, Gary dropped out and getting back in, so that's unfortunate because that's going to cost him a crap load of iRating, I think. Alright. Salzbot, that's an interesting name.
Okay, Andrew, you're in the sky.
Oh, I'm not sure what nationality that is.
13th place.
Just braking a little bit earlier because I had the toe there. I think I was probably a bit chicken then, but that's alright. I'm still alive. Oh, he's lost it. He's good, held it well. Get a good exit there. Managed to avoid the bump, which was good.
Okay, Andrew, hit window open.
Yeah, it's probably a bit early to pit at the moment, I would think.
Right, alright. Clear.
Oh, we'll take that spot. It's P12 now. Try and drink.
The car in front of us is Hunt.
1 minute 49.23.
V12.
Been good so far. Interesting battles. A couple of heart in your mouth moments. But we're still alive. Car feels good. Well, as good as it can in this hot track temp. 39 degrees, so it has come down a couple.
Put away. The gap behind is now 1.7 seconds.
Alright. Now, so far so good. We've
Sorry, Stephen.
stayed to the 4 incident points that we copped from getting hit. And my safety rating's a bit low at the moment, so it's actually probably another thing to try and get out of this race. There's a little bit of a flicker there on my screen. Don't like to see that. On that note, I'm still getting all the texture flickering, and I don't know if any of it's coming through on the stream, but it's really bad here at Imola. Like that stuff there, that's horrible. I'm sort of trying to block it out. But I'm actually leaning towards going for a 3090 graphics card, because I don't know, if AMD don't come out with a fix, it's going to probably turn me off them. I don't want to keep playing like this. It's especially when you invest this sort of money into your sim, you know. And I've sort of done a heap of research, and I can't seem to find anyone else that's sort of experiencing similar problems in iRacing, but I've seen a couple other games get affected. So, and it all sort of started when they dropped sand down and there was a big update and they changed the way the shadows worked.
Okay, Andrew, you're really hunt in. The gap is now 1.1 seconds.
Oh, this is for P10. Must be P11 now, unless someone's pitted, which is certainly possible. I've been fairly ultra careful at that corner coming under the bridge there too, because I've made a few mistakes there in practice, just going in a little bit too hot. So I'd rather just take it easy through there. You're not giving up much speed by you there. Someone might be able to make a move on me, yeah, maybe, but we can cross that bridge out where we come to it and how we defend it. Right. Dean's doing alright now. He's sort of matching me this lap, I think. Well, we'll see if we can get close enough and maybe force him into a little mistake. Hey, Chopper. Oh, you had a flicker on the video too, man. Okay. Is that ever since the new graphics update for iRacing? I mean, to be honest, I haven't really talked to bloody iRacing support. I suppose I should, eh? But it's really horrible. And this is probably the worst track I've noticed in a while. Oh, I've lost my brake marker then. That's alright. Didn't cost me anything, and I'd rather brake earlier than brake late. I cost you a few spots. You had a screen tear. Sorry man, I misinterpreted what you're saying, but I get you what you're talking about now. Yeah, they happen, and sometimes they're graphics card related, sometimes they're net related, I suppose. You know, that little dropout, a black screen. I mean, that'd be scary in VR. Alright, so putting a bit of pressure on Dean here. And I reckon, yep, P10, alright, Race Lab Apps is saying I'd lose 8 I rating if I finish where I am now. So I reckon his spot here is the positive I rating spot I'm looking for. Those of you that have come to the stream late, I had some USB disconnect with my wheelbase on both my quali lap attempts, and that's that emergency stop cable playing up on me. As you can see, I still haven't sent the wheelbase back. I'm going to try and finish next week's the last official for this season, and then we'll see what I can do. So if I'm down for a few weeks, then it might be a late start to Season 4, which is going to be unfortunate because I think Bathurst is going to be first week. Oh, that was dangerous, Andrew. Go back to second there.
Pretty hard to see that close behind you, Lewis.
Oh, that bump getting me again. Oh, I was more worried about blowing the engine then. That was a mistake. What headset am I using, man? Arctic Steel Series, I think Arctic 6, I think this one is. It's actually pretty good, man. It seems to be pretty clear. I hope it's not picking up too much of my fan. I've got it blowing up underneath me. Every now and again a blast of wind will come up. Let me know if that's the case, guys, because I can adjust the fan. But yeah, no, about 220 bucks I think it cost me. And it's really good. Yeah, good sound, and decent mic for it too. I can definitely be more aggressive there. Might have to start pushing a bit there. I feel like I'm a bit of a pussy going into T1. T2, technically, I think it is. Oh yeah, I thought there might be a slowdown there.
You'll have to slow down and give up the time going.
You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty.
I've burned it off anyway. That's fine. Oh, this is lap 12. So I reckon it's about... Now I'm going to look to try and pit somewhere around here. Didn't even look at that to see how many laps there were to go. I give Dean pits, there's no point in me not following him in. Because the fresh tyre advantage is going to be fairly significant around here, I think. Might even look at softening the rear a little bit, but I'm going to...
What's your speed? The speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Alright, Andrew, we're going to be to the end of the race.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Alright. So, I do have some optionals, but I'm not going to wait for them. That'll probably be where I got tagged in the door.
Exit's clear. Stay behind the white line.
That was an interesting gear pop too there, Andrew. Gotta be careful, I don't want to blow an engine. I have been known to do that time or two. Okay, so that slowdown before actually wasn't a 1X. That's interesting. I'm still sitting on 4X. Hey Reese, not racing tonight, buddy. What happened to you last night? Looked like you had a shocker, man. I didn't see much of you on the stream. I think the stream was focusing on me last night. I had a blinder. Oh, a little bit deep there. So far, we're up on a relative, which is where we want to be on your outlap. Take advantage of those tyres. Mind you, my race times haven't been particularly fast. But then again, it is hot. Oh, so there's a few guys in the pits now, by the looks of it.
You got a slow car on the right.
15 points. That's halfway there. Should be
Point
around
2,
12 laps
nine,
if you've left.
Now he staved off the undercut.
The lead is bidding now.
So we put some pressure on him. Ah, you had a shocker, man. Oh, bummer. Oh, that last night, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was right in the thick of the action, man. I was having a blast. You know me, man. I would have been smiling ear to ear pretty much most of that race. And and even sort of the battling with my teammate there at the end, which we might have got in trouble for, seeing the team boss come in and told us not to fight anymore, and we sort of kept battling. So, whoops. No, but Tyson has let us know that's not on. That's alright. Because we were having a good battle, and then I think Harry tagged me, and that's when Tyson went, yeah, no, that's enough of that, boys. And we kept battling. Alright, yeah, Dean's gone deep.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 38 Celsius. There's an incident in Answer 1. I think it might be a hunt.
Alright, so that's got us in 14th now.
1 minute and 47.
But we're not lapping particularly quick. Alright,
0.63. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
time to go a bit harder into there. Alright. Well, we'll just wait for the pit stop rounds to sort of filter out, and we'll see where we've ended up. We were about sort of 12th, I think, before the pit stops happened. 12th or maybe 11th. 14th at the moment. It looks like most of the field is pitted. Still a few guys that haven't. Ty and Cory.
The gap to Hunt behind is increasing. It's now 4.2 seconds.
Oh, it's starting to find a little bit of pace now.
1 minute 47.39.
Sector 1 is 0.10 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Well, so far so good. We are, for a track where I was struggling with off tracks before, so far I haven't had a single one. The 4X that I've copped at the moment, that was from contact at the start of the race that I couldn't really do much about.
Yeah, mate, all over shot.
Oh, pushing it there, Andrew, again. Shift up to 5th. Before you do that.
Gaining on this car, the gap is 2.2 seconds.
Well, buddy, Reece said there is always next week. Next week is, what's it, Hungaroring? Trying to remember. I think I know the track. I think there's a few different versions of it too, like different layouts. I was a bit shaky there. Alright, so we are P12 at the moment. Still a couple of guys that haven't pitted. They're going to run along.
47.52.
The lead is heading now.
Is pitting.
Coming up to Simon. Bob's a fair way in front at the moment, about 11 seconds in front of me. Good line you took through there, Simon. Simon's going in for his pit stop. That works good for me. Looks like Mark did manage to get a bit of time on me then. The aero wash. I'm still in the low 47s. Haven't really lit up the timing tonight. Maybe there's just that little bit of damage to the car that... I mean, it feels alright. Don't get me wrong. It's a fairly stable setup. Maybe it's not a fast setup, maybe that's it. But when I was struggling with off tracks, I just wanted stability. How were my tyres after the first stint? We might have a look at that, eh?
Sorry,
94, 91, 92. Oh,
get back on there.
so I looked after those tyres amazing.
Yeah, all good, mate.
Wow, I looked after those tyres hugely in that first stint. I don't overdrive him now. Something's happened to Dean, he's fallen back behind Wade now as well. Ah, off track.
Got a cut warning. Keep it tidy.
And I thought I'd been cutting it fairly close there. Tried to carry a little bit too much speed through it. So far he's got good pace. Alright, so we are P10 as the pit stops have played themselves out, I'd say. Yeah, those tyres after that first stint were looking really good. So maybe that did mean I was driving a little bit cautiously. Feel I can go a bit harder in there too, but I'm sort of in a position where Mark's just been pulling away from me for a bit. Maybe he chews up his tyres. We'll see. See if we can gain some ground on him. Without pushing the limits too much. As I said before, guys, this is a race. Seeing I didn't get to qualify, I think taking a tiny hit to my I rating and hanging on and getting a nice chunk of safety rating back is probably going to help me. 5x. You know, pretty much only 1x my fault, but we all know that iRacing doesn't assign blame. Oh, hey Craig, thanks for jumping in, and Brandon as well. Good morning, buddy. It's evening for me over here. Oh, almost sound like a ping on the revs again there too, so. Oh, hey Craig, see the other Craig in there, so I've got my nephew Craig and my mate Craig. Oh, good to hear, mate, it's looking good. Bunga Bunga there as well, cheers boys. Great to see you all joining the stream. Oh, a bit glitchy there, didn't like the look of that. Little screen tear glitch there. I don't know if you can still see, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but the texture flickering with the rubber and that on the track is bloody terrible here. No off track, please, good. Alright. At the moment we've got a buffer of about 10 seconds behind us, and we're pretty much sort of sticking level with Marcus at the moment. That's better. Make sure I shift up the 5th there so I don't accidentally ping it. McNamara. I've raced against Mark before. Good to see him having a good run. I think he ran a bit longer than me too, didn't he? Yeah, about 3 laps longer. So his tyres are fresher. But it seemed I looked after mine pretty good in the first stint. So I'll have to see if I'm doing the same here. I will say I'm not really pushing at the moment. Because it's pretty hot out there, 38 degrees. Oh, you missed the race dry. Oh no. I went out to family. That's alright, buddy. Catch up with your brother. Send it. Well, I got no one to send it at the moment, man. So, but it's just hot, and I got tagged early on in the race, and I think that's done a little bit of damage to the car. So it had about 20 seconds of optional repairs, and I only did a few seconds of that while I got fuel, and maybe that's affecting it. But effectively, I had big USB disconnect from my wheelbase during quali on both of my quali laps, and didn't get to put a lap in, so I think I started about 20th or 18th or something like that. And it says I'm up 6 and I'm in 11th at the moment. Okay. But I do like this track. It's got a nice flow to it. It is one of those tracks that's all about flow. So, you know, it's a pretty fun race to drive, really. It's just a couple of really tricky spots like this that tend to cost you a lot of safety rating in the form of 1Xs and slowdowns if you're really aggressive on them. Someone else had a big moment.
Catch this car.
Yeah, mama.
Oh, that might be behind me with Dean, and I'm gonna try and grab a drink. I haven't really been able to close in on Mark, but he hasn't been able to get away from me either. Well, that must have been close to a slowdown. Front just washing out on me a little. Might soften the bars by 1, I think. This car's just washing out a little on me. Yeah, good, that's turning in good now. I must be close to cutting it there. Yeah, it's into the PC, so, but it's the wheelbase is semi-cute too, but what it is my emergency stop cable, where it connects in the back of the wheelbase, the connection's loose, so we think like there's a bit of solder that's broken off in it or something, And what happens is it means it trips the emergency stop every now and again, and you suddenly lose force feedback. But when it does it really bad, it disconnects the wheelbase, so you go to dun dun, and the wheelbase goes hard left and puts you in the wall. You know, if you go back and watch the start of this live stream a bit later, you'll see it happen to me twice in the qualifying. But so I just adjusted where the cable is, and so far so good. It hasn't done anything wrong on me in this race so far, so that's yeah, really good. But it was an issue I was having a few months ago, but I've strengthened up my rig and made it a lot more rigid, so the wheelbase is not moving as much, so it's not tripping it as much. But effectively I've been told I can send it back and get a replacement, but dealing with demon tweaks in the UK, it could take me a couple of months to get the replacement. So I've sort of put it off this season while I've been driving and putting out the streams, and maybe next season might be delayed if I've got to send it away. Anyway guys, that's where it's at the moment. But as I said, at the moment it worked perfectly last night, and apart from my efforts in quali, it's going all right in the race. So, oh Simon, you couldn't even limp at home. So you're out for good, buddy. So how much iRating did that cost you? Oh. I was a passenger there for a brief moment. And that's what I mean about that corner. It's just been, yeah. Nah, it goes straight into the PC, mate, this wheelbase. Yeah, you put, wheelbase is straight into the PC. So is the pedals. So are the shifters. And pretty much everything else is in the hubs.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 4.5.
Well, at the moment, it's fairly stagnant finish to this race, guys. Oh, 52 at the moment. Ouch. Okay, I was only going to be one more lap after this one, by the looks of it. Here we are, P11. Well, for someone who didn't do a lot of practice here this week, I'm fairly happy with how it's going. But, look at this. I'm finally put in a half decent, half a lap, and I'm only a tenth or 2/10 off my best lap in the race, and the tyres are 10 laps old. So it shows you I haven't really pushed tonight. It's been a bit of a conservative drive, I think. But after the start and with what was happening with the wheelbase, you can't really blame me, can you guys? The greatest average sim racer. Hey Jerry, wasn't your night last night, buddy? Jerry was might have cursed under his breath a few times last night during that race, the SRW race at Fuji. But we are still alive, and we are on the white lap. Looks like P10 is where I needed to finish to get positive iRating, and looks like P11 is where I'm going to end up, unless someone else has a monumental fail on the last lap. But considering the glitches in quality and starting 18th, I'll take that. And I'm more happy about the 5 incident points. One of those was something I couldn't do much about. All the 4 I showed, and I've had one off track. So,
Congratulations to the podium.
but Yeah, right from the start tonight was a recovery drive,
There
man.
you go,
Yeah.
Riley.
Yeah, do better, Craig.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, I have survived the Scorcher, the Imola Scorcher. Oh,
Yeah,
glitch.
no, I know what you mean.
Oh,
It's my favourite,
jeez, I think I'm going to curse myself then. Maybe that was
Oh, look.
the powers that be deciding to go, oh, no, you haven't. Alright, there we go. Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't like the track at all.
Okay,
Far
so
from my favourite.
good try.
It's over.
But look, that's a fairly decent recovery. I'm fairly happy with that, guys. Would have liked P10, but it wasn't to be. Now, I normally would pull over straight away and start to get in looking at the incidents. Yeah, I'll be racing tomorrow night,
Can't
mate.
wait
That's
to watch me bin
Dirt
again
Sprint
back
Cars
in
tomorrow
Australia.
night, but I generally don't stream that. Mate, I enjoyed the battle too, Dean. Unlucky, buddy.
I was looking forward to actually having to get you to overtake me instead of just parking it in the sand.
Man, I was pretty ginger going into that corner every lap, so, you know, because it's so easy to go too deep there like you did. Yeah, nah, awesome. And I love the fact that the guys jump on and you know, comments and that. Oh, alright, man. You're welcome to come over. Craig chatting in the YouTube there is my nephew, so he'll come over and sit on the couch and watch me race the sprint cars tomorrow night. I will probably eventually get in to start streaming more content and that, guys, and doing some more. I'm trying to plan on doing some more videos, but I also like racing with the boys and the gents, and the sprint cars on a Tuesday night is a night that I can get into the chat, and there's probably normally about 8 or 10 of us that are out of the 20 that are racing that are all in the chat, so we're talking it up and having a joke and all that sort of stuff. And you know, when you start streaming those sort of things, we're running out of juice. Looks like we might just make it back to our pit bay.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
But yeah, you know, so we can have a chat and have a joke and talk about the racing and all that sort of stuff. So when you want to record it, you've got to get everyone's permission and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. Yeah, well, don't break your... Destroyed the Logitech one that I gave you because it died.
Right here.
You'll have to get another one yourself, buddy.
Move it.
Stream it all, Reese. Yeah, look, it will get there, buddy, so I will. Alright, so let's have a look at a few of the incidents. Let's go back to the start. We want to go... Alright, here's the grid. I will go TV1 to start off with. And let's have a look at the start. Actually got a decent start, I reckon. Yeah, got a pretty good start. There wasn't much of a place we could go. Space far. Whoa, look at that moment. So that's what... Oh, he saved it. Did he save it there? Yeah, so... Alright, well we survived that there. And yeah, again, it was all about survival. No more races tonight, buddy, no. Alright, so let's have a look at some of the incidents. Here. There's a little bit of door banging there. And that's when he lost it and I got tagged. Alright. Nice little move. Really? Oh no. Oh, that'll hurt. Oh, a bit of grass. Bit of grass dipping there from Michael. What happened? Oh, and he no. No. Oh. Who's that survived that? So you can see the front of my car there with a bit of damage. I was worried about this one. I thought he was going to drive into me. Okay, a little bit of bump. Oh, that. Okay. Sausage curve? Does that give you a 1x, a sausage curve? Oh, he's just looped it again. Very easy to do that there. I was at the end of him. It was Craig Noon, and look at the front of his car, and he's just missed his braking marker. I think there, Craig. Nah, didn't die, Dean. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. It was a good drive in the end, man. I was just looking after Mark Mickles from the Dolby Racing team. Did one of their Bathurst 1000s, which was good fun with those boys. Oh, Mark. So you were a bit further up ahead. And slid your power slide in there. Oh, Russ, that's what happened to Russell. Got it going again though, Russ, that's good. Okay, Simon, we'll have a look to see what happened to you. Blown the engine there. Just blew the engine. We saw a big puff of smoke there, is that right? See you tomorrow, buddy. Alright, what happened to Tony? Oh, just a bit too deep. Okay, maybe a slowdown, but I think Tony finished inside the top 10. But Gary Haywood, oh, Gary had a night to forget by the looks of it. Was that damage, or is that the end of the race? Oh, and then a guy stops. Oh no. And that probably would have given Tony another 4x too, which is horrible. Yeah, so that is the end of the race. Alright, so let me save it. And then we'll have a look and see what the final results were. I'll get a few save games. I'm going to have to transfer over to Mother Drive, I think. And we want Imola. And what we finished? P11. P11. Awesome. Alright, so let's have a look at the results. We lost 7 iRating and gained 0.12 safety ratings. I'm up to 2.79 now. I'll take that given the fact of those glitches at the start. Adios, Reese. Have a good one, buddy. Good luck next time. Our biggest gain winner, Ellie Reed. 1.4 iRating, and he's got 78. Biggest loser, Michael Onsen, no, Thomas Harding. Lost 96 iRating. Ouch. That hurt. And it looks like he lost safety rating as well, so even worse. Bob, did you finish P9, Bob? Well done. And Troy finished P7. Russell P6. Good job, boys. You had a bit more confidence around there. I see Russell did a 45.8 in the race. Yeah, and I only got into the 47s. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I suppose that's where we will leave things for tonight's stream, as always. Thanks very much for tuning in. And if you are enjoying the content, please give me a like and subscribe. Yeah, I am using iInfinity to do it. There's one of the settings I've got turned off, Jai, another one, but I've gone through and tried lots of different ones. You know, I've got the surround set up, but other elements of it, I don't know. I don't think the surround would affect it for iRacing, but yeah, it's just horrible, mate. It's horrible. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I might have a 3090 in the PC before too long, but we'll see where we go. But anyway, guys, it's Cowy, your average sim racer, signing off, saying good night, adios, and we'll see you next week for the last round of Season 3. And we're at Fuji, and I just raced there last night and enjoyed the track, so hopefully Fuji will be a good week for us. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Cowy signing off. See you next time.